We're about to put some dead liquid dinosaurs into the car.
That's actually...
And then we're gonna light them on fire and go real fast. What's going on, everyone? Back with another episode of Stuff and Things. Today is my last day in Las Vegas, Nevada. Out here with Safe Life Defense, and we're going out on a bang with this one. If you've been following along on my Instagram, you have seen me post a lot of pictures of this. You have seen it in my stories all weekend long. And what I'm talking about is about to be pulling up to pick me up in a couple minutes. There it is. What up?
What up, Talon?
Alright guys, well this is Nick's new McLaren 570s. We spent a lot of time last night stickering this thing up.
Way too much time.
Because just like myself, Nick is very specific on what he wants and the aesthetics of everything, and we put stickers all over this thing until we decided on what it actually looks like now. I'll give you a full rundown of this car, almost like a review today, because we are going to an autocross right now. I haven't been at an autocross in years, since I lived in Richmond, Virginia, and I had my STI, and I guarantee you this thing is going to be way faster than my STI and a lot more fun. This is a 570S, which is in the 570 McLaren family, along with the GT.
Use the right 2 lanes to merge onto I-15 North.
And the 570 Spider, the drop top. So I don't really know a whole lot about these cars. Horsepower is looking around like, what, 560, maybe a little more?
They advertise 560, but on the dyno you get around 6, which is kind of crazy.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do the whole B-roll in-depth look at everything in here, because it's not every day that you get to not only be in one of these and drive them, but also race them at an autocross. We made it in just enough time to walk the course, hopefully once. Like I said, it's been a while since I've autocrossed. Have you done any before?
I haven't done any of the official autocrosses at all.
But you have done track days.
Yeah.
Just with that too, so it should be pretty interesting. I'm gonna bring you guys along for the walk and speed it up. So maybe you'll have an idea of what the course looks like, since I can't actually bring my camera in the car. Launch control right here into a hard left. Oh, they even outlined it too.
I mean, unless you start right, actually if you were right here.
The thing is, it brakes and accelerates so quick that you're only braking like here, just to go,
Yeah.
Throw it in.
You can almost go straight through these.
Pretty much, yeah. But you're also gonna be going like 60. All right, so that is kind of what the course is gonna look like from our perspective, even though I'm just holding the camera. It took us like 9 minutes to walk, and I don't really have a good perception of how long it's gonna take to drive, but
you can really build up speed through this thing.
yeah, it's so hard to tell too, especially because I drove the McLaren yesterday for like 15 seconds just around a parking lot just to get a feel for the controls and everything. So today will really kind of open my eyes to what this thing can do. All right, we're walking back through the pit area, so it's gonna be a little loud because of things like that. Unfortunately, we drew the short straws, which means we are working first, so I'm not gonna be able to have my camera out on the track. If you guys know anything about autocross, you'll know that it is very underwhelming to see on video, so I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to capture everything from today. I will give you a more detailed overview of the car, but for now, I gotta put this camera down and go work. All right, so we're back from work detail. The times were a little bit slower than I thought. Like I said, I didn't have any good perception. It looked like
Well, that's everybody else, Talon.
Well, that's everyone else. They're not driving one of these. It looks like the times are like mid 40s-ish if you're pretty quick. There were some lower 40s too, so I can't keep talking to the camera. We're gonna try to capture this as best as possible, and we got 3 runs each. You ready?
Let's do it.
All right, so we're not off to the greatest start. Nick DNF'd on his first run, and I could tell right where it was. And then on my run, I thought I was doing it correct, and I thought I knew where I DNF'd. I went around the wrong side of a gate, but apparently I don't know. I'm gonna film Nick from the outside, and hopefully we can actually put down some times.
5.302.
But posted a time.
Better than DNFs.
It sure is.
All right, I did a little bit better that time. I didn't DNF, neither did Nick. I ran a time of about 50. Yours was like 47. Are you gonna improve on your time now?
Absolutely, I got you. You're gonna do great this run.
Everyone's talking shit. They're like, you can't lose to a Miata. So do what you did last time, but faster.
Faster. Couple more runs and we can get down to like 42.
Think?
Yes, absolutely.
Daniel Camacho.
Better. Yeah! Improvement.
All right, guys, it's about midday now. The morning heat is over, and we do supposedly get another one in the afternoon, so we should have 3 more runs each in the car. My initial impressions of the McLaren 570s, it is nothing short of incredible. It's not every day that I get to drive supercars, so being out here alone, sitting in this thing right now is awesome. Pretty much exactly what I expected, and then even more. You can really tell how light this thing is. I believe this is only like 3,000 pounds or something, and I believe like a lot of the whole cabin area is basically entirely encased in carbon fiber. Down here are a bunch of different settings. We, of course, are riding with the track mode active in both the suspension, and I guess this controls like the throttle curve, acceleration. Basically, when you take this thing out on a track, you need to have it in this mode to get the best performance out of it. By the way, this is like a super noob review of a McLaren. These are obviously very new to me. One thing that I did notice that was kind of weird is how close the pedals are together. You can sort of get an idea down here of how close they actually are. Dead pedal is super important because when you slam on those brakes, this thing hooks up. It does 0 to 60 in about 2.7 seconds, and it feels like it stops even faster than that. The way the course is set up right now, we can't actually use the launch control mode because what would happen if you use launch control into that first turn?
You'd take out like 6 cones.
You would just completely overshoot it. And the way this car performs is actually why I think both of us DNF'd the first run, because right in the beginning it's kind of a weird S-curve. It's hard to tell on video, but this car will go exactly where you point it, and a normal car, if you take it around the first corner, it wouldn't really be capable of making that turn. So we're putting in turns where we're not even supposed to, but we got it figured out now. I never thought a car could be too good that it would like
it
make
felt
me mess
natural.
up. It did feel natural, but then at the same time I was like, wait, something's not right. We're about a second apart right now in our times.
Yeah.
Yours was
46 something.
46 something, I'm at 47 something. I'm happy with that because I've never driven a car like this. And you should be happy with that too, because you never did an autocross.
It's true.
This car is obviously designed for the track. Autocross track, especially this one, is a little too slow to, I mean, push this thing to its max.
Or even 10%.
Or even 10%. So this thing would really shine, does shine, out on the track. And actually, Nick already took it out, and he's going out again next weekend. So I'm sure if you guys follow Safe Life or just follow Nick on Instagram, you will be able to see some of that. All right, we're going to fuel up now. This thing takes 93 octane or race fuel. I wonder if they have race fuel around here.
I've never seen it before.
We're not too close to Las Vegas Speedway, which would probably be the closest place. Yeah, so we'll check back in with you guys in a little bit. All right, guys, back from lunch, back from our first work time, well, second. We're done working now, thank God. That's boring standing out there, by the way. We're getting ready to go again. Hopefully we can lower the times just a little bit more. This wind is gnarly.
It is.
It's not letting up. We're gonna try to have Nick do 4 and then me do 4. We get an extra pass this time, so it should be pretty cool, and hopefully I can get some good shots of it at the same time. Unfortunately, I won't be able to show you guys cool cars like this Datsun here because he was running while we were out there working. But this thing is sweet. This is another car too. I'm not a huge muscle guy, but damn, dude. This is the guy that we saw at lunch at the red light. Thing is super clean. What was your time?
46.0.
It's an improvement, right?
Improvement.
All right.
You gonna go?
So I just brought my time down again to 46, but unfortunately we got DNF'd because we were live streaming while we were doing it, and Nick was holding up the phone. We were on Instagram Live, so technically doesn't count for the record, but I still got my time, so that's good.
Oh man, that one turn me. I had the 44.
Hey, you lowered it though again.
I would have had that 44.
You got it. You got 2 more. Alright, we're back for the last check-in report. I didn't get to film a whole lot there because Nick and I both started getting very competitive. We wanted to bump up from being the last in our class. Happy to report that my last run I came in with a 44.601, which means we're not losers.
That's right. Bam.
Nick won the Nerf battle, I won the race, so I'll have to come back out to Vegas again, and we'll have to come up with some other crazy, ridiculous challenge. Thanks for having me, dude.
Of course, anytime.
Who lets someone like me drive their brand new car like that? That's some trust right there. Well, we're back here at Safe Life Defense, and man, what an awesome way to end this trip. First true experience of like extended driving a supercar, and it was an autocross. It's nuts. Going through the footage now from this entire trip, and we do have a lot of cool stuff to bring you guys, so you will see this relatively soon. I'm gonna be throwing out some teasers on Instagram, so if you guys don't follow me over there, check it out. I post a lot of cool stuff over there, not just here on the channel. Now, I can't say thank you enough to Nick and Katie and the film crew and everyone else here at Safe Life Defense. This trip was great. Every time I come to Vegas, it's always a good time, and this one is definitely one that is super memorable. I'm looking forward to seeing all the content that the guys who work here, the film crew, I can't wait to see what they're actually gonna put out, because their stuff, again, it's super legit and shot on cameras like this. Overkill maybe? I mean, for me, but not when you are like a full-blown production company making super dope content. So yeah, that's it. Thank you guys again. Thank you, all of you guys out there, for watching. If you're new to the channel, consider clicking subscribe. I make new videos every week. And that's gonna be all for today. So as always, thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one.